Yes, guys, and a welcome from me. This is Championship Manager 0102, the Lowend to Legend Part 11. Get yourselves ready. Strap in. It's going to be a bumpy ride. Okay, so basically, I thought I've got a window of like 15-20 minutes. I just want to quickly chuck in a video or so. And then, all being well, we should have a good session tonight. So, let me show you where we are up to on this mammoth of a game. It's going to fire up as a solo game. It's going to fire up directly on Matt's team. So brace yourself for Matt, because we have breaking news. We have breaking news all over the shop. I've literally got about a 15-minute window before I need to go out and do something. And I thought, do you know what? 15 minutes is 15 minutes. Bit like when I play CM on my own anyway. You know, when we play online games, me and Matt, half hour here and there. And there you see it. Matt has moved on to the next chapter. He has moved to France. He's in the second tier, as expected. I mean, I think he was inevitably always going to go for this job. And I think it was the right thing to do. AS Saint, is it Etienne? Etienne? Is it Etienne, isn't it? Now already, Matt has been very busy. These deals on the 1st of July were already there. I think he actually went for the job ages ago and he only recently got it. But these 5 players here are 5 of his choice. Mario Stroiskens. Now, obviously, you got to think to yourself, this is season 15 now, isn't it? 4 to 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, this is start of season 15. So very, very few players in the game. But Stroikens is a player that he's purchased from Mönchengladbach. More about Mönchengladbach in a moment. Obviously, he's got to get used to now buying players on a much smaller scale to what he's used to. But I still fancy him to make promotion, to be honest with you. Now, let's talk about me. Before we go to Matt, let's go to me. Paris Saint-Germain. Oh, I've lost it now. I've just fucking had a complete fucking mind blank. Okay. Paris Saint-Germain, we did it. Last season, we absolutely smashed it. And believe it or not, although we only had 3 draws and 1 defeat, we had a bit of a rocky start. So the French leg is complete for us. We actually had a really good season because we also got all the way to the Champions League final where we came up short against Manchester United. Now, let's quickly go then to Mönchengladbach. Incidentally, we had Mönchengladbach in the first phase of the Champions League, which was absolutely crazy. As you can see, we lost the first leg 2-1 and drew the second one 1-1. But Mönchengladbach, Matt has finally done it. But he did it the hard way. He really did. He had to wait for the last game of the season. It was really neck and neck. And with Dortmund, of course. Of course, he missed out to Dortmund 2 seasons ago. Or as you can see, Dortmund, who I left fairly strong. Last game of the season, he had to win. And that was it. And Dortmund, I watched the Dortmund game and they won. But he held firm and he beat, I think it was Leipzig or Stuttgart. Who was it that they played in that last game of the season? I can't remember. It weren't an easy game. It was Leipzig. Yeah, sorry, Leipzig. So, big congratulations to Matt there. I think it took a turn, really, because over here, the 24th, he lost to Elversberg, who were in the relegation at the time. And Dortmund went top of the table on equal games. And then, sensationally, Elversberg then sensationally beat Dortmund 5-2. You know, it was absolutely crazy. So congratulations to Matt there, finally doing the German leg, and that's why I feel going to France, it's the right thing to do. As you can see, I'm still in France, but we don't know how long for, because that's why. That's how we saved it earlier on today, because we could only get in a small session earlier on. Miami Fusion, or Inter Miami, whatever you want to call them, have offered me the post. And it's a tricky one. It is a tricky one. Now, let me remind you about this whole... the game is about going to the second tier of all available countries. The only exception is the United States, China and Australia, because they don't have a second tier, but it's still on the agenda to do. I haven't decided. Believe it or not, I have not decided if I'm going to take it. I mean, it's very, very close, as you can see there. I didn't actually realise that they played an extra game, but I don't know. I just don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I haven't even properly looked at their squad, to be honest with you. All I know is that they had, I want to say 8 million, something like that. No. Where did I get 8 million from? I think Matt said 8 million, so they've not got 8 million at all. They've got 3.9. So I've got to make the decision. So the Lowend's a legend. Season 15, it's crazy. I mean, Matt was already talking about what to do after we've gone round the world, and I said, well, I'm not even going to look that far ahead, because let's just have a quick look at the selected leagues then. As I said, we must move jobs to a country in a lower tier. For example, with the exception of those 3 nations that I just mentioned, I don't need to go to England. We've done France, we've done Germany, and we've done Scotland. For Matt, he has done England, he has done Germany. It's just England and Germany for Matt, isn't it? So so it's 4-2 in as such. It's 4 legs to 2 for me. I think Japan got. Now there is one particular country that I think really I wish we hadn't put in, just like the last game when we had the ODB, and that's Russia. And I'll explain why Russia. We've still got Russia in, because if I show you something on the coefficients, remember that this is the most recent update, the October 2024, and to stay in line with the modern day football of Russia, they don't have no coefficient points, which basically means they get no entrances into Europe. And now, although it says one place for UEFA, or Europa, shall I say, they don't get it. They do not get it, because I've checked. So if we do go to Russia, it's going to be very difficult to get out of Russia. It'll be very difficult, because ultimately, when you go to a team like Matt has now gone to France, right? And if I show you, Matt being in France, well, that's the situation in France in a minute. Let's have a look at all nations. Now, Matt is superb. Now, that may well drop this season, because he's not involved in Europe. He bowed out the Champions League with Mönchengladbach quite sensationally, to be honest with you, because let's just go back to that. I think their job's still available. Yeah, it is. They bowed out to, believe it or not, Leipzig. Leipzig were a bit of a bogey team for him last season, it's fair to say. They beat him 2-1 at home and then 1-1, but they also knocked him out of the German Cup in crazy fashion. Yeah, I remember his goalie. No, there was a game where he conceded 4 goals. Oh, no, there, it was Leipzig again. So he got knocked out in the cup to Leipzig. Then he lost to Leipzig 4-1, whereas goalie got a free. He was having a bit of a tough time. He had a real tough second half season, Matt did, to be fair. But I think it's all about the new chapter now for Matt. And, he now needs to sort of go round the block a little bit. Good resources at Saint Etienne. For me, I've got to make the call. Do I make the call? And I've got to decide really by tonight when we start playing. But that's it from me, guys. The Lowend Legend carries on. Till next time, take it easy.